to really better understand, how this would pan out for all political parties in these states, let me go across to my guest, Saye Sekhar Angara, who is a senior journalist. Mr. Angara, I appreciate you taking the time out and joining us here on Mirror Now.
Thank you.
Let me begin by asking you this. Our correspondent, Soumit, was talking about the Telangana factor. So there's nobody better than you to really understand the South factor as far as this is concerned. There are, of course, three big political parties that will be fighting in Telangana. But what do you really believe, with what we're seeing pan out in the past couple of weeks especially, will influence this time's voting behavior as well?
The Congress has already announced 6 guarantees to the people and replicating its earlier agenda in Karnataka. But the problem is in Karnataka, they are unable to deliver in most of the promises, with regard to most of the promises. And also in Karnataka, they are levying heavy tariffs. For example, electricity tariff has been enhanced. They have enhanced bus tariff for men for local commute. So Telangana Rashtra Samiti, now they are calling it BRS. BRS has already implemented several freebies in the last 10 years and effectively, and that is also well within the FRBM limits. So they want to pitch the election on the slogan that, it is delivery versus delinquency. Delinquency on behalf of the Congress and the BJP. BJP has played a mischief in some question paper leak, and it was caught red-handed, and party was fully embarrassed. And subsequent to that, the sitting party president of the BJP unit in Telangana has been removed, and the Union Minister for Tourism has been made the chairman of, president of Telangana unit of the BJP. And the Congress president, TPCC president, Mr. Revanth Reddy, was imported by the Congress from Telugu Desam, and he's been made the Congress president. And as you know, Congress always has internal dissensions, and a lot of leaders within the Congress are not falling in line. Even as latest as yesterday, when the Congress screening committee met in Delhi, also there were frayed tempers between Mr. Revanth Reddy and his beaten-oyer, Mr. Komat Reddy, Venkat Reddy, who is MP from Bongir Lok Sabha constituency. And Revanth Reddy was also accused, and now the Supreme Court has revived the case on a cash for vote case, where he was offering a bribe of 50 lakh rupees on behalf of the Telugu Desam president to vote for the Telugu Desam candidate in 2015.
Right. Mr. Angara, as you make those pertaining remarks, especially as to what we're going to get to see in the South, I'd have to interject you there because I'm trying to get Neerja Choudhary is also joining me here on the broadcast, senior journalist. Ms. Choudhary, great to see you back here on Mirror Now. Very good afternoon to you. A question that I, of course, did put across to Mr. Angara as well. In your opinion, what are the key factors that will definitely influence this time's voting behavior overall if we were going to see that? How do you analyze this?
I think anti-incumbency against the sitting MLA in all the states is going to be a major factor that the parties will have to contend with. Now, I don't see this election to 5 assemblies as a semi-final. It's been, we do it all the time. Simply because the way people have voted in their state assembly elections is not necessarily the way they go on to vote in the general election. That we found last time also. So I think I would hold my horses, on that it's going to be a semi-final. In all probability, it's going to yield a mixed bag for the Congress as well as the BJP and maybe the regional parties. Now, a very interesting thing here is that the BJP has not fielded a chief ministerial candidate in the states who's going to be the face of the party. And they have talked about a collective leadership in each state. In effect, it's going to be Narendra Modi versus whoever it is, either KCR or Ashok Gehlot or Baghel or Kamal Nath, who is the candidate of the Congress in Madhya Pradesh, the chief ministerial candidate. So it's interesting that while the BJP talks about a clear, strong, popular leader at the national level who the opposition cannot take on, and the opposition in the best case scenario, is putting up a collectivity to take on Narendra Modi. In the state assemblies, it's the very opposite. It's an Ashok Gehlot, a very clear leadership taking on the collectivity of the BJP. Baghel taking on the collectivity of the BJP. Kamal Nath taking on the collectivity of the BJP. KCR taking on the collectivity of BJP. So it's a very interesting contradiction, state versus national, which is noticeable. I would also be very interested to know what is going to happen today. The Congress Working Committee is meeting. It's expected to endorse the caste census and the line taken by Rahul Gandhi.
Yes.
Jitni abadi utna hak. Now, this line has many ramifications. How will it affect the traditional vote banks of the Congress over the decades? And how will that manifest in these elections? That remains to be seen. And will, in turn, the Congress be able to mop up new vote banks amongst the OBCs? Of course, Gehlot is an OBC, Baghel is an OBC, so there is that natural advantage. But that will be also a thing one would like to watch out for, to see how that pans out.
So, Ms. Choudhary, essentially the semi-finale looks very different on the ground. As to the finale is probably the best way to probably put it, with the fact that how the factors that you're looking forward to as well. But I want to thank you as well as Mr. Angara for joining us here on the broadcast and sharing with us your perspective as far as the elections are concerned.